Hi, this is Migg, and this is my journal. Welcome. Today I'm going to look for some squashes. I think I have some zucchini. Well, we're going to go in. I have some other squashes inside. I'm going to do the fast way, and that starts with the pressure cooker. Captain do the cut. Going to use high pressure for 4 minutes. I have used 3 minutes also, but 4 I know will get it very soft quickly, and then I can mix the ingredients together. Again, the same thing with the peppers. When we have lots of peppers out of the garden, we put in more. When we have less, we put in less. We start stirring around. Turned up a little bit. We're still waiting for the squash. And it's done. So I'll go ahead and stop it and release the pressure since I'm ready for it. Take the lid off. Here we have the squash. There we go. We can pour a little bit of the water out, but otherwise our goal is just to get the squash out of there without a lot of excess water. Be careful because the pan is hot. But the squash is pretty well soft. Again, this is about half what I normally use. We probably had about 2 cups of onions and a cup of peppers, green peppers of various sorts, or yellow peppers, any peppers that happen to be in the garden. If I had not pressure cooked, I would have just continued to stir it like this. And again, adding a little bit of garlic salt or regular salt to it helps pull the moisture out and put some liquid in the bottom so that it kind of steams the squash. But you can see the squash is already pretty soft. I had it on medium while I was sauteing the vegetables, and now I've turned it up to medium-high. at the same time I'm having my water boil over here for the ramen noodles. I'm going to go ahead and... My goal is to get the squash so that it doesn't have any defined shapes. That's the consistency that we like. It mingles the flavors and it's nice and soft. So any place I see a piece of squash that still has its shape, I test to make sure that it's soft and disintegrates when it's pushed, because that's the consistency that we like. Once the ramen noodles are ready, I have 2 packages of noodles, but I add 1 package of seasoning. And I know that the seasoning is probably the worst thing for you, so if you want to forego the seasoning, that's okay. It just gives a little bit of extra flavor. And I mix that, and then add it to the pan. Now about this time I'm going to go ahead and turn it off because it doesn't need to cook anymore. The squash is soft, and when I lift it up and look at the bottom, there's no extra liquid here. So I know it's cooked out enough. It doesn't hurt anything if it's a little soupier, but we prefer ours to have a little more body, more like a casserole or something like that rather than a soup or a stew. So I just mix it all together. And then I call the captain and tell him it's time for dinner. So in a bowl as a dish by itself or as part of another dinner, this is one of our favorite dishes. We don't have a name for it. We call it the squash dish. Hope you enjoyed this recipe.